My name is Kristina Wandzilak. When I was 13, I had my first drink. By the time I was 15, I was addicted to drugs and alcohol. I robbed homes, I sold my body, I dug in dumpsters to pay for my habit. Today, I am an interventionist, helping others who are addicted.
Part of my job is to help educate families around how enabling or feeling guilty or taking care of their addict actually only helps them die. That's the truth. When you have an addicted individual in your family, you are either part of the problem or you're part of the solution. You will either be at that person's funeral or you will be with that person as they're recovering. That's your choice. We addicts have a choice. We either die sober or we're going to die loaded. But we will always die addicted. Once addicted, always addicted. So families have to make a decision about how they want their lives to interface with addiction. And part of my job is to help intervene on the guilt and the shame. I mean, there's profound shame, for example, for a parent to have an addicted child. There's profound shame in having a child that's out of control. I mean, people think that parents should be able to control their children and they're young people, and that's not always the case, particularly with addiction. My job is to help intervene on that as well, and actually help parents understand that by taking care of your person, you're actually only killing them, which is the counterintuitive piece. It's counterintuitive for parents or loved ones to turn their back, to seemingly turn their back on their addicts when they seemingly need them most. But what I know, the great secret of addiction, the great challenge of addiction and intervention is the very thing addicts need in order to wake up to their own situation is the opportunity to run into themselves. Does that make sense? And while families are in the middle trying to protect the addict from the natural consequences of their addiction, the addict never gets to run into themselves. Does that make sense?
Oh my God, so sick of it.
You're not going to get compassion from them. They don't understand it. Whatever they did or didn't do, they're not out here struggling in the same way, Because you are addicted, you lose face. You understand what I'm saying?
People change when it makes sense to them to change. So when being homeless, for example, became unacceptable to me, I haven't been homeless in 16 and a half years. Not when it was unacceptable to my parents. Do you see? So as soon as they backed up out of my life and allowed me to be addicted as I was and allowed me to feel the natural consequences of my addiction, it was only then that I could change my behavior.